Hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome to the 22nd practice in the Listen series. Today we listen to our hips. This is a low to the ground, slow Hatha practice. To support you today, a blanket or towel folded to provide comfort for the knees, and a block or folded towel to bring the earth up to you and provide a little support in some of the postures today. Collect your supports and let's begin in tabletop position. Wrists underneath shoulders, perhaps a little wider, fingers splayed, knees underneath hip points, connecting with the earth through the tops of your feet. Inhaling to find length through the crown. Exhaling to find support through the core. As we move through this hip focused practice, we will find support through our breath, elongating our inhales and our exhales, slowing things down. Let's begin that slow dance with cat-cow. Inhaling to drop the belly, tailbone reaches skyward, crown reaches skyward, open through the collarbone. Exhale, navel to spine, arching the back, tail towards the earth, crown towards the earth, cat pose. Slowing down your inhales and your exhales as you move through cat-cow. Follow the rhythm of your breath as you drop your tailbone towards the earth in cat and lift your tail up towards the sky in cow. On your next inhale, come to a flat back position. Reestablish your tabletop. And maintaining that slow, fluid breath, lift your right foot towards your right glute and lift your right knee off the earth. Slowly begin to trace circles with your right knee in a clockwise motion. Explore your range of motion here. Reversing your circle. And then returning your right knee to the earth. Resetting your tabletop. Finding length through your crown and recruiting your core for support. Draw your left foot to your left glute and lift up your left knee, and then draw clockwise circles with your left knee. Reversing your circle. And then returning your left knee to the earth, finding tabletop position, curling your toes under, drawing the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, draw navel to spine, and inhale your right heel to your right glute, and then begin to trace clockwise circles with your right knee in downward facing dog. Reversing your circle. And then stepping your right foot up between your palms, lowering your left knee to the earth, uncurling your left toes, and then inhaling, rise up, crescent lunge, exhale, sinking a little deeper. Floating your palms back to the earth, drawing your hips back over your left knee as you peel your right foot up, toes towards your forehead, coming into half splits. Gentle bend in the right knee. Roll through the right foot and float back up, crescent lunge. Notice the sensation in the front of the left hip crease. Float your palms back towards the earth, curl the left toes under, and step back, downward facing dog. Exhale, draw navel to spine. Lower your right heel towards the earth as you lift your left heel up. Draw it towards your glute and begin clockwise circles with your knee here. Reversing your circle. And then stepping your left foot up between your palms, lowering your right knee, uncurling your right toes, and then floating up to crescent lunge. Checking in with the sensation on the front of the right hip crease now. Floating your palms back to the earth, drawing your hips back over your right knee as you draw your left toes up towards your face. Roll through the right foot and float up, crescent lunge. Return your palms to the earth and step back, downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the earth and come back to tabletop position. Inhale to find length through the crown. Exhale, draw navel to spine. Inhale, extend your right foot out behind you with the toes curled under. Exhale, recruit support for your core as you draw your right foot over to the left side of your space. Gaze over your left shoulder to see your right foot. Pressing away from the earth here in your side body stretch. You might feel this through the outside of the right hip and the IT band, perhaps through the right side waist. Inhaling to draw your foot back to center, and then returning your right knee to the earth. Resetting your tabletop position, exhaling to find support through the core, and inhaling, extending the left toes out behind you, and then drawing them to the right side of your space. Gaze over your right shoulder. Inhaling to draw your left foot back to center. Return your left knee to the earth. Curl the toes under and draw the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, draw navel to spine and draw the right foot up between the palms. Lower the left knee, uncurl the left toes. Coming into a little lizard variation. If you like, you can walk your right foot forward a little bit, or you can walk your left knee back. Taking your right palm to the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot out towards the right side of your space, allowing your toes to turn at a 45-degree angle, so they're facing towards the top right-hand corner of your space. You can choose to stay here with your palms on the earth, finding extension through the crown, breathing deeply. You can bring the earth up to you if you want to recruit your block here. You can lower to the ground on your elbows if you like. Or perhaps you take knuckles. Choose the lizard variation that works for you. And then walking your right foot back to center, returning your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Curl the left toes under and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, draw navel to spine and step the left foot up between your palms. Lower the right knee to the earth. You can choose to walk it back a little bit here if you like. Uncurl the right toes. Take the left palm to the inside of the left foot and walk the left foot out, turning the toes out at a 45-degree angle. Choose the hand position that feels good in your body today. Find length through the crown here. And then walking your left foot back to center, plant the palms, curl the right toes under and step back, downward facing dog. Crossing your left foot over your right, right foot over your left, crisscross to a forward fold. And then step the feet a little wider than the hips, toes turning out. Exhale to lower your hips into a squat. Heels may or may not reach the earth here. Palms can remain on the earth, or perhaps you draw them together. Taking your palms behind you, lower yourself down onto the earth. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath your body. Find extension through the back of your neck by tucking your chin. Extend your legs towards the bottom of your space. Point your toes. Inhale deeply. Exhale, flex through your feet and draw your right knee up and place it on the earth. Inhale deeply. Exhale to draw your right knee to your chest. Inhaling deeply into the bowl of the pelvis. Exhaling, perhaps you squeeze your knee a little closer to your chest as you extend through the heel of your left foot. Release your right foot back to the earth and extend it towards the bottom of your space. Point your toes, stretching through the legs. Flex through the feet and draw your left knee up. Place it on the earth. Exhaling your left knee to your chest. Breathe deeply. Release your left foot to the earth and extend your left foot towards the bottom of your space. Point your toes. Reach. And then flex through your feet. Draw your right foot up and place it on the earth. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Allow your right knee to fall open to the right, coming into a half cobbler's pose. You can choose to rest your palms on your belly here, or perhaps open your arms into a cactus position, elbows extending out from your shoulders, backs of your hands resting on the earth. Taking your right hand to the outside of your right thigh, gently closing your right thigh like a book as your right foot returns to the earth. Extend through your right foot. Stretch both feet, toes pointed towards the bottom of your space. And then flexing both feet, draw your left knee up and place your right foot or your left foot on the earth. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Allow your left knee to open towards the left side, coming into a half cobbler on the left side. Taking your left palm now to the outside of your left thigh, gently closing your left thigh like a book, returning your left foot to the earth. And then extend your left leg towards the bottom of your space. Point both your feet. Reach. And then flexing both your feet. Exhale, draw navel to spine, and draw your left foot up, placing your left foot on the earth, knee pointing towards the sky. Inhale deeply. Exhale, draw your right knee up, placing your right foot on the earth. Extend through your tailbone, allowing your low back to get flush with the mat. Inhale. Exhale, float your right foot towards the sky and then bending through your right knee, drape your right ankle across your left thigh. coming into a reclined figure 4 pose. Perhaps you would like to stay here with your arms in cactus position, or with your hands resting on your belly, feeling opening through the outside of the right hip. Or you can choose to thread your hands through and around to clasp your left thigh as you draw your left knee up, flexing your left and right feet as if you were pressing into 2 walls. Breathe deeply here, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Releasing your left foot back to the earth if you had it lifted, releasing the bind. Inhaling your right foot back towards the sky. Exhaling, return your right foot to the earth. Inhale deeply here. Exhale. Navel to spine. Float your left foot towards the earth. Bend your left knee and drape your left ankle across your right thigh, coming into figure 4 on the other side. Perhaps you stay here with your arms in cactus, or your palms resting on your belly, or you can thread the needle, interlace your fingers behind your right thigh, flexing through the right and left foot, drawing your knees towards your chest. Relax your shoulders and breathe deeply. Releasing the bind if you've taken it. Return your right foot to the earth. Inhale your left foot skyward. Exhale. Return your left foot to the earth. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Float both knees up towards your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Breathe deeply into the bowl of the pelvis. And then rolling to one side. Slowly press up. Swing your legs around and come to tabletop position. Find extension through the crown, support through the core, and then inhale, extend your right leg out behind you, toes are curled under, and gently saw back and forth here, finding that connection between the right foot and the right hip, stretching through the fascia of the foot, maintaining that support through the core. And then releasing your foot, draw your right knee up behind your right hand, lowering to your right hip, and taking your right leg parallel with the front of your space. Left shin is parallel to the left side of your space, coming into a 90-90 pose. Turning to face the top of your space, finding some brightness in the feet, flexing through the feet or spreading the toes. Breathe deeply here. And then drawing your right foot back underneath you, come back to tabletop position and reset. Find extension through the crown, support through the core, and extend your left leg out behind you, gently sawing back and forth. And then releasing your left foot to draw your left knee up behind your left wrist, lowering to the left hip, and drawing your left shin parallel with the front of your space. Drawing your right shin parallel with the right side of your space, coming into two approximate 90-degree angles with your legs, squaring your chest towards the top of your space, extending through the crown, breathing deeply. And then drawing your left shin underneath you again, returning your palms to the earth, coming back into tabletop position. Curl the toes under and draw the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply here. Exhale, sink the left heel towards the earth as you lift the right heel towards the right hip. And then draw the right knee behind the right wrist, lowering the left knee to the earth. You can walk it back here. If pigeon is not in your practice, you can come into 90-90 by lowering to the right hip and finding bend in the left knee. If you would like to explore pigeon, you can increase the degree of stretch and sensation through the right hip by drawing your shin closer to parallel with the front of your space. The closer it is to your core, the lesser the degree of sensation you will experience listening to your knees in this posture. You can place a block underneath your right hip to bring the earth up to you. That might change your experience of the posture as well. Connecting with the earth through the top of that left foot, which should be extending directly behind the left hip. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Find support through the core, knitting the low ribs together. Perhaps your gaze lifts a little. And if you like, you can walk your palms forward, lowering your elbows to the earth in a sphinx position, or taking your elbows wide and lowering your head to your hands. Taking a few breaths in sleeping pigeon. Slowly walking your palms back if you've put your pigeon to sleep. Moving any props you've chosen to use out of the way. Curling your left toes under and stepping back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your dog here. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the left heel towards the earth and draw, or the right heel towards the earth rather, and draw the left heel towards the left hip. Bringing your left knee behind your left wrist. Lowering your right knee to the earth and walking it back. Checking in with your alignment here. Right foot behind the right hip. You can place a block or some towels underneath your left hip to bring the earth up to you. Walking your palms back a little bit. Shoulders away from the ears. This is a good solar plexus chakra pose. And then if you like, walking your palms forward and letting your pigeon sleep for a few breaths. Slowly walk your palms back. Move any props you have to one side. Curl your right toes under and step back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your dog. And then crisscross steps into a forward fold. Step the feet wide, turning the toes out. Lower to Malasana. And then when you feel satisfied, drawing your palms behind you, lowering your hips to the earth. If you like, you can move your towel or blanket to one side. Lower yourself down and come to rest in Shavasana. Make any adjustments you need to feel comfortable here. Perhaps you use your blanket or towel as a little weight across your hips to provide you with some comfort in Shavasana. When you've found your resting posture, allow yourself to be held by the earth. Allowing the benefits of your practice to integrate. This is our most important posture. Allow yourself to be present for it. I will guide you out when it's time to close the practice. Gently begin to deepen your breath, allowing your inhales and exhales to bring movement back to the body. Start to wiggle the fingers and toes. Circle the wrists and ankles. Move any props you have on top of you to one side. Draw your knees up, placing your feet on the earth. And then float your knees to your chest and give yourself a big hug. Roll to one side. And press up to a comfortable seat of your choosing. Softly flutter the eyes open. Welcome the light back in. Thank you for taking the time to listen to your hips today and honor the central place they hold in our life and our yoga practice with movement and breath. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Namaste.